Good morning and good afternoon, my fellow Toastmasters. Today we'll have a very interesting topic. At least as evaluator, I'm kind of interested for this P-interest. Is that right, Kristina?
Pinterest.
Pinterest. It's not pink, by colors of Pinterest. It's a P and then interest. Think about our life change in the past several years because of the social network. Because of the Facebook, LinkedIn, how different our life become is not really the machine that we use or the way we perform, is really how people hook up with each other nowadays. Talking about today's word of the day is a tranquility. Tranquility, thank you. It's actually a constant competition of the tranquility of your internal self versus what the information pull out from you from all those friends around you. So, I'll be really looking forward to Kristen's speech today for Pinterest. And the timer, please give us 5 green, 6 yellow, and 7 as red. And our speaker is looking for the feedback on the bodies, specifically the structure of the speech, the beginning, the body, conclusion, and also watch for her voice calmness, tranquility from that sense. But more interestingly, we want to look for what she got to tell us and teach us about this Pinterest. Let's welcome Kristina.
Thank you. Many of you have probably heard of a little website called Facebook. In fact, I'm willing to bet that many of you here either have a Facebook account or know someone in your close family that has a Facebook account. There's no doubt that Facebook is one of the largest social media networks of today. However, I don't want to talk about Facebook today. I want to talk about a different website. A website that you may have never heard of, but is growing quite quickly. And that website is called Pinterest. Today, I'd like to tell you not only a little bit about what this website is, but explain enough about the website so that you could potentially sign up and use the service if you're so inclined. I'll do that by talking about 3 things. First, what Pinterest is and who uses it. Second, why you would want to use Pinterest, what it could possibly do for you. And third, I'll talk about how you can sign up and get started using this free service. Let me ask, has anyone here heard of this website before or used it? Wow, I'm impressed. There's far more people here than I expected. I was actually expecting less people to have heard of it because it's a fairly new website. It was only started 2 years ago, and ever since then it's taken off into quite a bit of popularity. At its base, Pinterest is a free social media website in which users share their photos in a social context. And it's in a pinboard-like style, meaning that you post pictures to an electronic pinboard, much like you would post a physical picture to a corkboard. These pins, or these photos, can be sorted into different categories, or pinboards. You can have a pinboard for food and drink, or a pinboard for leisure travel. And at its base, Pinterest is a social media website. So that's where the social aspect comes into play. You can not only post your own pictures, but you can see what other people, your friends, have posted as well. That is what Pinterest is, but the people that use it are also what makes it special. About half of the people that use Pinterest today have kids, and about 68% of Pinterest users are female. I was surprised that number was actually lower than what I had thought. And there's about 1.36 million visitors per day at the website, and it actually has has a record. It is the first website, or how do I say this? It was the fastest growing website in that it reached 10 million monthly viewers first in US history. So like I said, Pinterest is growing quickly and has a very unique fan base. Now, mentioning this demographic might have actually turned a few of you in the audience off. Like I said, somewhat of a majority female and also having kids, but the reason you would want to use Pinterest is that you can use it for almost anything you would like. The simplicity of its design and that you can very easily post pictures means that it's an extremely versatile website. As you can see to the right, there's a number of different interests or different categories that you can search for on the website. And I challenge you to look at that list and tell me you're not interested in a single one. Most of my friends, and myself included, use Pinterest from the social aspect, meaning that we can have friends that we don't see often, and we can see what they're interested in on a day-to-day basis. And this new social connection is what's so intriguing, that you can see a friend who lives in California and see what recipe they're making next week. But if you're not so interested in the social connection of this website, you can also learn new things. You can get ideas for different things that you hadn't thought of before, simply by following a user that you don't even know. For example, if you're looking for a tranquil vacation and you don't know where to start, you could just search for vacations in the category and start following people who have good ideas. You'll get these ideas on your homepage that you haven't actually searched for, but just come to you. And of course, along with that, you can learn a new hobby. And like I said, it's really up to you. Because this is such a broad website and so many people use it, you can use Pinterest to do basically whatever you'd like. You might be wondering at this point how you would even get started on this website though. And like many websites today, you can just submit an email address and get an account quickly. However, I will say that because it's growing in such popularity, it's very difficult to get an acceptance letter from Pinterest nowadays. What you can do is you can have an existing user submit a request for you to receive an account. And in this way, you can receive an acceptance letter or an acceptance account much quicker than if you had just submitted your own email address. You can also sign up using Facebook or Twitter. After you have your own account, you can get started pinning. I've shown a visual down here of what you would see on your home page in Pinterest. What you can do is you can use the search bar over on the left to search for topics that you're interested in, and it will just pull up pictures and pins that you might be interested in. Then what you can do is you can repin by hovering over the picture onto your own pinboard site. Or you could upload your own pictures if you'd like, using a different tool. If you're not interested in actually collecting or saving images, what you can do is simply like or comment on pins that you find interesting. And the last thing that you can do to get started pinning is to start following people. You can follow people that you know in real life, you can follow different celebrities, you can follow people that you're interested in. Like I said, you can follow these members, and while they don't get saved to your own pinboard, they come up on your homepage so that daily you can check and see what's new in their life. Hopefully, I've covered enough about Pinterest so that you have a good grasp of what the website is and what you could do with it if you'd be so inclined to sign up. I've covered the fact that Pinterest is a social website that's free that you can use to connect with friends or to learn new hobbies. I've covered, like I said, why you'd want to use it, and the fact that it's such a broad website, you could find almost anything that interests you on it. And I've also talked a bit about how you can get started on Pinterest if you'd like to sign up and if you're interested. I know that a lot of you here probably didn't expect that you'd be too interested in this website, especially with the demographic. However, I would like to say that if you're interested, you can follow me. Thank you.